All right, well, let's talk about one of my favorite stories of the week. Governor Newsom launching the Californians For All volunteer campaign. The guy running it is Josh Fryday. He's got one of the best titles in all of government, Chief Service Officer. It's a cabinet-level position where he helps control the volunteer situation in California. Josh, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Alex. Really appreciate you having us.
Okay, so we saw this big announcement a couple days ago with you and the governor asking people to volunteer. What's the response been like so far?
The response so far has been tremendous since we launched Californians For All. But really, it's sort of a reflection of the incredible spirit of civic engagement and sacrifice that Californians have shown throughout this entire time. And if you think about the lengths that people have gone through to protect themselves and their families and their loved ones, now we see them stepping up to protect their whole communities and the most vulnerable among us. And it's been really inspiring.
So the basic premise is you go to this website, californiansforall.ca.gov, and you fill out a form that says, I want to volunteer and this is what I'm interested in. How is that going to work now that you get that information? What's the rollout going to look like?
Yeah, thank you. So we have a couple tracks that we're helping people connect to. One is we've partnered with some really important organizations and nonprofits in our state, including the Red Cross, United Ways, the California Food Banks Association, and volunteer centers throughout the state. And we're going to connect you based on your interest to those nonprofits so that you can find local opportunities. And then we're also going to be communicating with you regularly with weekly emails to give you content and ideas of things that you could be doing every single day to make a difference in your community.
Congratulations on the website. I'm on it right now, and it is so easy to navigate. It's something for everybody here. You just click through and you can find an activity that I guarantee you will make you feel better, which is what I want to sort of discuss here, which is I hope you guys are pointing out that there's likely to be a lot of emotional fallout on the other side of this pandemic, and this is one of the ways to mitigate that by being of service. It has a myriad of mental health benefits. Are people emphasizing that?
Absolutely. The governor in his announcement talked about how the happiest people he knows are those who volunteer because they know the impact it has on them by reaching out and supporting those who need it. So the emotional aspect of connecting people is a critical component of why we launched Californians For All. It's not just to meet critical needs in our communities like helping with food banks and blood shortages at blood centers, but it's to make sure that we stay connected during a time where many people feel very isolated.
Yeah, if you're feeling depressed, sunshine, exercise, service. Very simple.
Right.
And the kinds of options you have here, if you're afraid to go out, there's plenty of other stuff for you to do. Just go on the website.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about, because that's part of the education campaign. A lot of people say, how can I serve right now if I can't go outside?
That's right. Well, first and foremost, and on the website, we provide guidelines from the Director of Public Health that talks about how to volunteer safely, because you can. And we're asking all volunteers throughout California to do the same thing that we're asking every Californian to do, which is to follow the guidelines of the Department of Public Health first and foremost. But we also are saying, if you want to stay home, we want you to join us at californiansforall.ca.gov, because you can do things like make face coverings, reach out to neighbors, and work at a call center like 211 or do EITC outreach and help people get resources that they need. So there's a lot of things that you can do from your own home that make a difference every single day, and you could do it from any corner of this state.
And just to wrap things up in like 15 or 20 seconds, California is the only state in the country that has a cabinet-level position that's all about volunteering. Governor Newsom made it that way. Why is this so important, and what's it like being in that job?
It's a great job. I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate. Governor Newsom often talks about his political hero, Sarge Shriver, the founder of the Peace Corps and many other programs. And he has an unbelievable commitment to service because he knows that it unites us. And my experience in service as being a military veteran is it allows you to bring people of all different backgrounds, no matter what perspective you have, where you come from, to accomplish great things together around a common purpose and a common mission. And that's really why we launched Californians For All, so that we could continue to unite Californians, make people feel like in an extraordinarily difficult time, we are connected, we will be connected, and we may have to defeat COVID apart, but we're going to come out of this stronger by bringing people together, and that's what Governor Newsom believes.
Well said. Thank you for the important work that you're doing. We really do appreciate it. To me, this is not a partisan issue. Everybody should get behind the idea of volunteering and service, and thank you for helping to bring our state together. Josh Fryday, good work.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Up next...